Welcome to Lead Where You Live, Tucson Voices in Leadership. I'm Jamie Leon-Guerrero.
And I'm Raysun. This podcast is all about real people leading with heart in our community.
We believe leadership isn't about titles, it's about action. And Tucson is full of people making a difference in big and small ways.
Join us as we chat with inspiring voices who are showing up, stepping up, and shaping Tucson's future.
Let's get into it.
And today, Mel Blumenthal. Thanks for being here with us, Mel.
Thank you so much for having me.
So Mel Blumenthal is the president of Bloom Wealth Alliance, a boutique financial advisory firm dedicated to helping people better plan for their financial futures. She's also the president of Female Storytellers Fist, whose mission is to uplift the voices and stories of women and people of marginalized genders. In her free time, she enjoys dancing, traveling, building community, and trying to get her rescue dog to snuggle on the couch with her with varying success. Welcome, Mel.
Thank you.
We are really
Pleasure to be here.
excited to get to know you more in this episode. And we are going to start out with asking you, who are you without all the titles and accolades that you have in your bio?
I am someone who really stands on the shoulder of giants. I would have none of those accolades. I would have none of the titles, none of the positions I have without my family, the friends who are my family. And they are really the people who make me who I am. I would not be here without them. And in many ways, I would not be who I am without them. So I am the sum total of so many parts. And I am so grateful for the people in my life who help me continue to be where I am and who I am, and who have supported me and gotten me here and continue to help me ascend to the places I am going.
I love that. You gave me chills. Standing on the shoulders of giants.
I do.
I love that so much. I'm going to borrow that.
Do it.
And the
Take it.
the recognition that we hear in lots of leadership circles or coaching circles about being a leader. There's this phrase, you are who the 5 people you spend the most time with, right? And you just
Yes.
exemplified that. That makes you who you are, and you're surrounded by you've surrounded yourself, and they've chosen to be a part of your family. So you are surrounded by awesome people, and that's what makes you awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
So Mel, tell us where your name comes from. Like, does your first or last name originate anywhere?
Yeah, I love this question. So my first name, the actual first name is, in English, it would be Melissa, but I say I am a Jewtalian. So, I mean, my last name Blumenthal is like very Ashkenazi Jewish. There's only one way that last name goes. It can only be one thing. But the first name, the way it's actually pronounced, the way I would have it pronounced is actually Melisa. But nobody's going to say that. When they see the name, they would say Melissa, which I do not prefer at all. It's beautiful for other people, not my preference. And I'm not going to be that jerk face that corrects everybody, right? So that's why I have chosen my whole life to just go by Mel. That is why I am Mel. My friends who are native Spanish speakers, or if they happen to speak a Romance language, they call me by my first name as it is supposed to be pronounced, but that is very few and far between. So that's why I am Mel Blumenthal.
I love this. And when we asked for your, how you sound out your name, did you share that with us? Because we would have tried.
She did not.
No,
She
I
put
didn't.
Mel.
I
I
didn't.
know, I was just like, ooh.
Yeah, I don't even bother. And
Okay.
so accustomed, I was like, just Mel. Even though you probably could say it, I'm just been so used my whole life. I'm like, just Mel. Just Mel is fine.
Do your parents call you Melisa, or do they call you Mel?
Nope. Mel. I've gone by Mel since I was little. Yeah. Even people in my family, my own family, will say Melissa, and I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, nope, just Mel. Just
Okay.
Mel.
Thank you.
What about
Yeah.
here in Tucson? Tell us a little bit about where you live and what you love the most about it.
So I love Tucson because I think Tucson has an incredible sense of community. And I have said that over and over. Whenever people are visiting, that is one of the first things I will say is whatever you are into, it doesn't matter what you are into, you will find community for it here. I have moved away and come back over the course of my life. This is my hometown. I grew up here. I wasn't born here, but I grew up here. This is home. I've moved away and come back, and each time I have, it is because I either really missed or I desperately needed to be with community. So I live Midtown. I am central. I've joked for a really long time. For 10 years, I've lived in the same zip code, and I would not have it any other way because I love being like central. I can get anywhere that I need to be within like 10, 15 minutes.
Mm,
You know, the downtown, 10 minutes, anywhere, 10 minutes. So, and I love that just being in the hub, like the nexus of everything. But that's really why I love Tucson. It's the incredible sense of community that's facilitated here.
I love it too. I'm not native Tucsonan, but I've been here 14 years, but my very first home here. So like
Mhm.
I say I'm from Tucson, like claim
Yeah.
Tucson as my home.
Yeah.
Well, tell us something, Mel, that most people don't know about you.
That's a fun question. So because I help run a storytelling nonprofit, I often get up on stage over the course of 13 years and tell like very personal stories about myself to an audience of over 100 people. There's a lot of things. There's not a lot that people don't know about me. One thing I got I was very sick when I was younger, like in college, and the kind of sick was one where I lost a lot of my ability to communicate. I lost a lot of motor skills. It was neurological in nature. So I had to relearn how to read well again, how to speak well again. I relearned how to run with myself and a friend on the U of A mall. And as a result of that, it made it very difficult for me to communicate and interface with the outside world to the point where many doctors, even today in the past few years, are kind of amazed that I'm able to function as well as I am. So I am incredibly grateful again for the support of my family and so many of the people who gave me opportunities on my journey up to getting back to the functionality that I had in my career, in the work that I do in nonprofits when it was still kind of shaky. So I'm really, really grateful for the support. And there were times when not a lot of people would have given those opportunities to somebody who still couldn't read very well, but I was able to hide it. You know what I mean? So that is something that a lot of people do not know.
So tell us a little bit about how leadership does show up for you now in your personal, professional, and Tucson community life.
Yeah, that experience definitely shaped the answer to that. I think leadership, as like a good leader, an effective leader, you should always try to inspire those you are working with to not necessarily just do the work, but to find their passion in what you are doing. Take joy in the mission, even if it's not something they're particularly passionate about, and to be able to guide them to find what it is that they are passionate about, and to give chances to those who may be overlooked by others, because that was most certainly me on my journey up to just better health. So that's definitely how it shows up for me in the work that I do in running a nonprofit and running a financial company, which are two very different areas to be operating in. So that's definitely a place where it shows up. Just really looking for different kinds of people and how to bring them together for a common good.
That connection piece, right? Like that's what I'm hearing is you're just connecting all three, like your personal, professional, and your community life. Like, how can I connect them all for the greater
Right.
good?
Yeah. Being a connector, I would say. There was a long answer long. There's the short. being a connector is somewhere where leadership most certainly shows up for me, or at least that's what I
Also
aspire to
hear
be.
from you
Yeah.
something that's a little bit different that others may not always voice, which is based on your past experience. That is giving people who chance a chance who may not otherwise be given a chance, not overlooking people. And that to me sounds like a very powerful part of your leadership journey. And it's not always a highlight or a cornerstone of each person's
Mhm.
individual journey. So I think that to me it's really stands out for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So we
For
have
Yeah.
sure.
connection. If I were to think of 3 cornerstones for you as a leader, we have being a connector, taking a chance and not overlooking people. And then I also feel like empowering is a good word for you. That you look to empower and lift others up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the idea of build a longer table is
Mhm.
something that metaphor is something I really try to live by.
Yeah.
And especially as a woman, it's not shutting
Mhm.
doors, but
Mhm.
giving the arm up.
And what a powerful way too to do it through like your storytelling, not the fish shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
And
are super powerful.
yeah, and that's why I do what I do in finance as well, because
Yeah.
that's huge.
Yeah.
And it's
Okay.
gonna
I'm loving
to
this.
our next section.
We've come I know. We've come to the place where we call it right where you are moment,
Okay.
where it's all about personal moments that shape how you show up, grow, and lead from exactly where life has you. So we'll ask you a question, you'll answer it, and then Rayson and I will also share our answers for our right where you are moment. Ready?
Okay, fire away.
What personal trait turned out to be a quiet leadership strength? Like something that you once undervalued in yourself.
Under the resilience,
Mm,
resilience for sure.
tell us more.
I don't think I gave myself enough credit
Mm,
for that being a strength and how much that wound up shaping who I was and how it showed up in leadership. I completely discredited it. And it wasn't until much later in life that I realized how valuable that
So what's
was.
an example in your current you know, current time of where resilience was something that
Yeah.
showed up as a powerful moment in leadership for you?
I don't sweat the small stuff as much as I think many of my colleagues and my peers do. And I mean, just in full transparency, I've almost died many, many times. So I think once you face major crises in that way, you learn to again just not let the little things bother you. And I think my threshold for stress becomes a lot higher, like
mm,
lots of little things that build that I see impacting other people. And there's no judgment there. Like, I understand. It's just mine happens to be a little bit higher. Like my tolerance and my threshold happens to be a little bit higher because of things that I've had to contend with in the past. And that does help in a leadership role and a leadership
Allows you to
position.
stay a lot
yeah.
more calm, I imagine, and less reactive.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there it is. Yeah. It's less reactive. And don't get me wrong, I still react, but
Right.
I can keep
Yeah,
going.
I love
Yeah. I have resilience tattooed on me for a reason.
There it is.
Although I might not have, you're already making me tear. I might not have met death several times, in your, like, as you shared, but I have experienced traumatic loss more than once. So I've lost 2 people very dear to me to homicide. I kind of had from 2018 till like for about 4 or 5 years, I kind of almost lost someone I loved. It was my partner, my mom, a really good friend, 2 to vehicular homicide, right? So I was experiencing loss that it like 5 years into it, I was like, no one's allowed to pass away anymore. Like
Right.
I cannot grieve anymore. Thankfully, everyone listened and all my loved ones are still here. Like, no one's left. But I do it is that because it is like if you want to experience that for me personally, it's kind of like, man, that little thing over here bothers me. It's bothering me, but I got through all of that. This is
Yeah.
nothing. Like,
Yeah.
get it together, talk to your therapist, go on a hike, do what I need to, right? All the healthy
Yes.
mechanisms we have in our lives, friends, right? Like our friend family, I call them, but I'm gonna call them family too. But
Family, yeah.
really, you're a lot more grateful. And I don't know though, Mel, if the higher tolerance to that stuff, I'm trying to manage that right now because like that shouldn't be where we live, right? Just
No.
because. So I'm like, how do I manage that? But it is something I'm currently working for. But yes, the it is a strength and it's an inspiring strength because again, you do storytelling, right? Like if you share your story, you inspire others to maybe do a big, brave, scary thing. Like
Yeah.
it is a quiet leadership strength, even though it comes from a place of sadness and sometimes loss.
Right.
But I think the thing in resiliency, right, is that you really do take these moments and turn them into something positive, as positive as you can be, right? And they
Exactly.
definitely helped me grow and become who I am today. I don't believe at all I'd be sitting here with you today had I not experienced all of that 10, 11 years ago. So resilience is a strength and that I think
Yeah.
people should honor and be proud of.
Exactly. It may not come from a great place. I'm like, I tell people all the time, you don't want this, but because it's here, exactly. You said that so beautifully. I want to turn it into something good and something positive and something that can be used to help others. And, I take that into the work, exactly what you said, to inspire others. I'm taking that into the work to hand microphones to other women and other people of marginalized genders and say, speak your truth to power. Use your voice. Do this brave, incredible thing. You're going to feel amazing afterwards. That take it into something good.
And
Exactly.
you adding to that the positivity aspect, I think that for me is sort of a part of my quiet leadership strength. When I was in middle school, I was didn't quite understand the whole clique aspect because I was friends with everybody because I could always see the good in everybody no matter where they were coming from, right? And that for
Mhm.
me, I didn't realize at the time I had a birthday party. I had a birthday party and invited all my friends and didn't realize these cliques existed and they would not get along. And it would be this horrible big fighting thing, nobody talking to each other by the morning. That was the first and last time I ever did that. So, but, so at the time I kind of discounted that. And as I've gotten older, I've realized that that actually is a strength to be able to see all the different pieces of everyone. And it really allows me to work with a diverse set of clients and to be friends with a diverse set of people because I can always see a rationale for good in someone. And yeah, so I think that
Yeah.
ties in kind of to that positivity piece. I can be very critical on
Mhm.
myself, but when it comes to my friends or the people I'm working with, I'm always trying to figure out the next little thing that can help make their life better.
I love that you're kind of didn't recognize like you're living up to your name. Like your parents, you were named like a sunshine. Like of course you be positive. Raisin. Like, you're a sun ray. Like that is exactly your name. So when I hear you say you didn't I can't see that in you. Like I wish I met little Rayson during that time because I do feel like you just are this like super bright light in my life and I feel like the people that I know, we mutually know together. I just think like I can't see you any other way, but this like positive person. Like, but yeah,
Yeah.
yay for right where you are moments.
Thank you
Yeah.
for sharing. We are going to do our rapid fire questions
Okay.
where it's more of just first instinct response and kind of an improv type moment. Even if the question may seem like you have to think about for a little bit, don't think too long. Just give us your mind answer. And I am going to
Okay.
get started with food truck or sit down restaurant?
No, I'm terrible at this because I'm like, it depends on the food truck. It depends on the sit-down restaurant. That is impossible. It's so hard.
That's
Which
the
food
answer.
truck?
It depends.
It depends.
Here,
Yeah, I can't. I
these types
can't.
of questions are
It
my nightmare
depends.
filled area too. I'm
All
always
right.
like, it depends. So I feel
Yeah.
I would choose a food truck over Sullivan's, depending on which food truck it is. So that's
does.
that there, if that
Okay.
helps at all.
All right. So, if you could instantly learn any language, which one would you choose?
Finish.
Would you prefer to have a big yard or a small yard?
Small yard. I'm not about the yard work, man. I'm not about that life.
What's a moment you felt truly proud of someone else?
Oh my gosh, there's so many. Most swimming through my head. I'm thinking like, oh, I had caseload kids when I was a case manager and worked in behavioral health. And when they were proud of themselves, like my little heart just like burst out of my chest. When my storytelling chair of FIST, who always considered herself a behind the scenes person, she actually refers to herself as a box troll, which makes me insane. The first time she hosted a show and got up on stage, I was so proud of her because she was finally comfortable enough to step like into the limelight and she did amazing. And I'm just like, yes. So those are the two things that
Love
immediately
it.
popped into my head. So
Would
proud.
you prefer making decisions or following decisions?
Again, it completely depends on the context. Who am I following? Do I trust their judgment? Again, like if it's Brasher, I'm like, yep, absolutely. If it's somebody else, I'm like, no
Okay,
way.
so now we know if we need to get you to do something, we have to ask Michael to do it, to ask you.
Yes.
I know.
Noted.
I'm like, I will follow you into battle. Somebody
Yep.
else, I'm just like, that ain't gonna happen.
What's a piece of advice that stuck with you from a family member?
You cannot control what somebody else does. You can only control how you
Yes,
react
yes,
to
yes.
it.
Margarita pizza or pepperoni pizza?
Margarita. I'm not Italian, man. I'm not down with the swine. So I am a purist. Margarita. Tutti i giorni.
I'm loving these. If you could travel back in time, which era would you visit?
Ooh, okay. That is tough. There
Mm-hmm.
are some eras in time that just aren't safe. No. That are dealing with minorities, that gets to be a real fun question.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us would have nothing before 1980. No, thank you. um, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's okay.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Also, what continent?
Yeah.
Gosh, I don't know. The first thing that came to my head is I would take it because I was a former professional dancer. So I guess I would love to be in, I don't know, I don't know. Oh gosh, I'm bombing this
Hey,
question.
no, you're not. It's okay.
This is so bad.
That's okay. We can
You
pass.
know what? Maybe the 60s because I would love to be a part of some
Nice.
protests. There we go.
Love it.
OG protests, 1960s.
And
Yeah.
your last one, weights or cardio?
Cardio, even though I really need to do the weights. Like I really need to do the weights. But if you're gonna give me the preference, cardio, baby. But I know I've got to get the weights in.
Yeah. Well, that was our lightning round, and that was so much fun. I can't wait to like these are so good. So we're at the place where if you have any special causes, projects, or organizations or events you'd like to promote, please do so.
Well, shameless plug time. I love this. Thank you for building this in. So I would not be me if I did not encourage folks to check out a fist show that's female storytellers. We always tell everybody, come get fisted. It never gets old. And you can find us on the website. We will have show dates up. We perform down at the Rock, 136 North Park. Come support live storytelling. You will not be disappointed. They are usually the first Tuesday of every month. So that is for fist. And misters can be fisters. We love seeing men in the audiences. We just don't hand you microphones. So I would be remiss if I didn't mention that. And then if you are interested in a different kind of retirement mapping, having conversations about planning for your financial future, I never charge for those conversations because I don't believe in it. So I'm always open to engage with that.
Yes, thank you so much, Mel.
Thank
This has
you.
been so awesome. We have never met in person, and this was such a fun way for me to get to know you. And I can totally see how storytelling is just an internal, you embody storytelling and how you talk, your questions, and how clearly you pronounce things too. Like I fumble over my words, and it's such, I could sit and listen to you all day. So I really have loved having you with
Thank you
Lead
so
Where You
much.
Live and can't wait to attend a fist show.
Yes, please. Now you have to come get fisted.
Hmm.
And
Come
anyone
on
else who wants to
down.
join us, please check out her website. And thanks again, Mel. This has been a really wonderful time. We are so glad to have
Thank
Oh my
you.
God. Thank y'all so much. This has been a blast. I really appreciate it.
That's a wrap on today's episode of Lead Where You Live. We hope you're feeling inspired by our guest's story and the impact they're making right here in Tucson.
If you love this conversation, help us spread the word. Share this episode, subscribe on YouTube, and tag a local leader who should be featured next.
Because leadership starts with showing up, and we know Tucson is full of incredible people doing just that.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Lead Where You Live.